Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Medium's Table. I'm your host, Michelle Gardner. This podcast is your personal invitation to join me at the intersection of the everyday and the extraordinary. Together, we'll explore the magic of mediumship, share spiritual stories, and connect with fellow mediums on this incredible journey. So grab a seat, pour yourself a cuppa, and come join us at the Medium's Table, where spirits gather and stories unfold. Disclaimer, just a heads up to all our lovely followers. Our social media is a space where we share personal stories, including those of various mediums. Let's keep the vibe positive and respect each other's beliefs. Every journey is unique, and here we celebrate the diversity of experiences. I'd like to welcome back to the show, once again, yes, it's that time of the month, messages the world needs now, Julie. Welcome back to the show, Julie.
Thank you. Good morning from Pennsylvania.
Yes, exactly. It's I'm in Australia, you're in Pennsylvania, and here we are coming together once again. So quickly, the month has rolled around once again.
Yes.
It's just phenomenal. It's going to be Christmas. We'll be saying, oh, here's the Christmas special within a matter of time.
Right.
But we're already into November for November's message. And this is a message, the collective consciousness, elementals, all sorts of beings.
We'll see who comes. I actually encountered a new term for what we do, Michelle.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, full spectrum mediumship.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Because this person was talking about kind of like we've done, exercises before, going from communicating with deceased loved ones to the person's guides, and then to I think they did past lives, but I'm like, that's what we do.
Yeah.
There's no limit. It's not, and there is evidential. People talk about evidential, but I feel like we encounter evidence in our spirit guide communication. I mean, there's just something that resonates that it's true, it's real, it's honest, or for you, that is evidential. It might not be like, oh, well, your granny's here and she's giving you her applesauce cake recipe. It might not be like that, but
yeah, absolutely. And I think people feel it. They feel and they know, it's like a knowing and a feeling and they can connect with it. So,
right.
I know exactly what you're saying. And it's something that I think I just love the way your spirit team comes through with such a unique, it's always a surprise because you just don't know. Like I say, sometimes you'll sing.
I don't know. Yeah. I would like to say, as I'm sitting here, I would have like some clue, like a theme, and I mean, we could set an intention, but our intention is to bring through, what the world needs to know now. So,
yeah. And I'm going to say, right now in the world, if you're listening to this, even if it's present day or in the future, at this point in time, we're experiencing, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't really follow this, but I hear a lot of mediums talk about it, is solar flares, which is affecting a lot of electronics. And that I do know because Amazon had the crash the other day.
And Mercury's also in retrograde, which also affects electronics. Yes.
Right. Okay. There you go.
Yes.
So I've had it. I mean, even myself, I've experienced apps just simply not working on the phone. Siri, when you go to ask Siri a question, well, she's just checked out for the day, hasn't she?
Well, it's been a long time since she had a day off, Michelle.
Well,
24/7 around the globe. Give a girl a break.
Yeah, well, she's there to serve me though. And, that's her job. So I don't know, I ask her abundance, an abundance of questions. So she should be occupied. There's no reason why she would want to leave me, even momentarily.
She's working on those questions somewhere, wherever she is.
Exactly. Preparing for the next ones. But I mean, it's something that what you do is very unique. You never know. And I love the surrender. You completely give over to it. You just allow it to happen and flow. Hence the surprise and hence the, you not knowing who or what is coming through.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes, well, most times it's more than one voice. It will change. The voice will change. I don't know. You can change, you can see, or you can notice maybe the change in vocabulary or a change in the speed. Sometimes the speed's up really fast and like physically I can't even keep up with what's flying out of my face. I mean, you don't know that because I'm just looks like I'm sleeping, right?
Yeah. And look, to the trained eye, you can also, and the more you see someone going into this trance state, you start to pick up little facial cues, little characteristics on when a person is, a medium is in that state. And again, like you say, when multiple energies might speak, you can see different variations in facial features, characteristics. It could be the way you hold your head. It could be, it's not just tonality. There are other facial clues, like physical clues that we can see on the outside.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, messages the world needs now.
Messages the world needs now.
Are we ready, Julie?
I'm ready. We're ready.
Let's get into it.
Okay, well, call everybody up and get them here. It's very early. They like to sleep late, but
come on now. Round the clock, they need to be here for us.
They might be off on a vacation with Siri.
Yes, exactly. Oh, wise ones, wherefore art thou? Come to us now.
Okay, so I'm going to, I took off my glasses, so that's the first thing. And I'll close my eyes and relax into trance. And this will probably be edited out.
Yes, this will be edited out. And I'll stop talking and then we'll just cut to Julie's team communicating with us.
There we go. All right. I'll see you on the other side. Gather close, dear ones. Pull close to those you love. Find your joy and connection to other heart souls. It is time to unite in love. It is time to gather your families and friends. To be well together. We understand humans do not always see, as you say, eye to eye. And love can understand and overcome these disagreements. The truth is felt through your heart space. The truth of your connection, of your soul's connection, of belonging to one another, of unity. This is not a time to isolate. This is not a time to part. It is time to pull close to one another. If distance shall be an issue, it is time to connect through your technology, through even your prayers and intention to one another, to build up those energetic bonds, to reunite in love with all those you love, your neighbors, those in other dimensions, those who have passed, those who are yet to be born. This network of love will grow as one to another shares, and one family is blessed by another, this will create energetic connections of love and unity, even in those humans who are not participating as you do through mediumship or spiritual pursuits. Those whom you love and whom you share these connections with shall be held and benefit as you do from the connection and the energy, which shall be healing, healing for all humanity in all directions of time, in all levels of being and existence, beyond which you are even ever aware. The multifaceted soul shall grow through this activity. You shall begin to know yourselves in these other dimensions. You shall begin to call forth from those places gifts you have not remembered, abilities, skills, knowledge. Each of you shall have different experience, as all experiences, all journeys, all paths are necessary. This is to occur completely organically and naturally. You shall understand the way. There is not necessary activity except to sink into the love, recognize as the connections occur, and allow the growth. Allow yourself to forgive or look beyond the differences you shall have with your neighbor. As a human, you may love your neighbor. She may be your friend. You may think highly of her. But a relative of hers may be that very belief system that you are against. And in that way, her relative you may believe to be an enemy. It is fruitless to fight with someone you do not know. This harms yourselves. If through your unification with your neighbor, through this love, the love expands to include this perceived enemy. In that way, this is resolved. As you sink into oneness, the division no longer can exist. It is but a thought form, and thought forms have no place in your heart mind. Thought forms exist outside of your physical body. They float through your air and permeate the thinking brain, which may focus too strongly upon these thoughts and generate emotions, which the human believes fuels these thoughts. But in fact, Those emotions are simply energy, simply experiences. And fueling them creates greater division. By no means do we suggest to not experience all your feelings. Your feelings are very important. And there are times when they are part of a collective and maybe not personal to you. They give you great information. And we are suggesting transcending this human individual experience to something which is beyond yourself. Connecting to others in their soul space, not to lose yourself, but to connect to the greater unity. In that unity, in that mind, heart space, it is impossible to hate the other as they are part of you. In this way, you can hold the understanding that this person who does not agree or whom you do not agree with is still part of you. You can still love them as they reflect to you a part of you you may not understand or you may not desire to explore. This is how humanity can ascend and move forward. And this is how many who do not seek shall also heal. You will find, those of you on your path for many, many years, will find some who have only just begun and find the unity space very quickly, very easily. This is because of many generations of work having been completed through your intergenerational healings. As the individual works upon themselves, they can heal through space and time their generations of their own family line. This is creating this multi-dimensional web of energetic connection that shall be the foundation for your future technologies, not the kind you currently hold in your hand. The kind as we use right now to communicate through this medium with you. You shall as well be able to access similar structures to communicate, to travel, to visit yourselves in different dimensions. You must believe and trust in your infinite existence. We are so grateful and so proud of the strides humanity has taken. We understand your skepticism in hearing these words as you look upon your earth with troubled hearts. All the loss and the grief is part of your growth, part of clearing and healing the many painful generations as progress towards wholeness and unity prevail. We thank you, children, for your attention and courageous activity, for to love, to unite in your world requires courage. It takes courage to stand up and hold the hand beside you to stem the tide of that which threatens your existence. You are so powerful. You are infinite. And already you have succeeded. What you experience now is the memory of the growth which presents as conflict or disconnection from the other. This may seem like an insurmountable divide or an impossible goal. Stand in your courage, dear one. Trust in your faith and strength. And if even for a moment you can experience that unity through love to those humans describe as enemies, that small moment shall grow, and that seemingly small contribution shall multiply through all the others also engaging in unity and love. Growing this wave of healing light. We thank you, children, for your courage. We thank you for understanding that your beliefs have changed and attempting to embody that which seems impossible to understand without simply experiencing this. We wish you wellness and urge you to connect and draw close to your families and friends and neighbors in all dimensions, in every way, and all space, time. Thank you, friends.
That one seemed like you were a lot deeper in there, like harder to come back out.
It was deep. Yeah. I mean, they just like, at first I was it felt very hesitant. And then once the speaking started, it was like, bam, like, get out of our way. We got stuff to do.
Yeah, definitely. They had a lot to talk about, that's for sure. And it's interesting. And actually, what I do find interesting about what was said is I kind of feel like, and we haven't discussed this prior, but it's just sort of occurred to me now, that this is a great prelude coming into the festive season, coming into the holidays, as we get together with family, friends, neighbors. Just a little reminder, as we're coming into that season. So I did make a few notes. I'll just do a quick recap. Time to unite in love with loved ones, putting aside differences to come closer to each other, to bond on all dimensions. Community, and I've put equals unity. And it's funny, as I was writing that down, I just sort of wrote community equals unity because I'm listening as well as your team's talking. And as I wrote the word unity, they started to talk about unity. And I'm like, gee, what are the chances? Bringing forth ability, skills, gifts from all dimensions. Again, see, this is I want to say, humanity evolving and opening up to other possibilities. Passing judgment on others for their beliefs, etc. Live in love, unity, acknowledge your feelings are based on experiences each has experience each has had in the heart space. You will find unity. Probably should have put a full stop in there somewhere, but I was trying to write flat out. Because when we look through the eyes of love, when we feel and understand through love, the perspective of our world changes.
It does.
Very greatly. Okay, so they also talked about, and I find this very interesting, I've put in here, you will find unity as those you've judged reflect back to you what it is you do not like in others is what you do not like about yourself. So when you're judging another, are you actually judging them for something that you don't like about yourself?
Yes.
That's something that, seems to come up, I find quite often. I don't know out there what others talk about, but in our circles, as we look a little deeper into why things are what they are, especially as humans, that can also come about is, so what you don't like in that person is what you don't like within yourself, and therefore a reason to have a good hard look and do a little bit more inner work.
Yep.
Generations of work have evolved in healing beliefs and emotions. So they're talking about, as generations have come and gone on this earth, they have healed their beliefs and their experiences for you to now have a different outlook, for you to now be healed and not take on what they believed in the past or what they felt in the past, or, you know what I mean, their trauma and their experiences, which may have presented them with challenges. They've healed those so you can have a better life. Technology, and I love this one. Technology, exactly like what you, the medium, were doing, communicating, not with technology, handheld devices, but that, I don't know, what do we call that? what did you call it? Of the spectrum, the broad.
Oh, yeah, multidimensional, full
Ah,
spectrum mediumship.
there you go. We need to write that down. Full spectrum mediumship.
Yes, yes.
And it'd be interesting if technology happens, if it ever gets called that, just know we had this conversation first. You may struggle to see what is coming due to the times that are currently on the earth. So, for what we're all, and we hear it all the time, it's on the news, social media, the struggles that are happening in our current day and time. This is something that, others may struggle to see that something better is coming. Well, how can it when all this is happening, and don't fall into that. Just know that and some of this sometimes is dramatized. And I'm not saying everything, but,
Yes.
negative news sells. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. And stirring the pot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Controversy. Yeah.
We hear terrible things and we do need to get to the bottom of them. And there is a place for that, but dwelling on it and connecting to maybe your anger that then just spreads to this other thing. Anger is important. It's a very important emotion and it's necessary for us to have. And it does motivate us as humans to do things. And that anger is not really about hate.
Yeah.
Right? It's about the confrontation or the conflict leading to something deeper, to healing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way to put that as well. That's really great, and I think important for people to really listen to that.
Right.
Really
So
listen to that.
not living in that emotion or in that conflict, let's resolve it,
Yeah.
and move into peace and connection. And
Yeah.
sometimes it means that you're helping someone else in their healing because you may feel or be the one who's been attacked.
Yeah.
Right? And so in your head, this makes no sense at all. Of course, you have to defend yourself and stay safe, I believe,
Yeah.
but there are lots of different ways to express what you're feeling without returning violence.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's about finding a solution to a problem, not creating a bigger problem.
Right.
Or yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. Okay, what was I have a few last things here. Be courageous. Through experience comes understanding, which is pretty much what you just said. Through
Mm.
experience comes greater understanding, comes knowledge, comes wisdom, because you've now experienced this. You know what it's like. You felt it, you heard it, you witnessed it, you were in it.
And I think that's kind of like, as mediums and as like one of the most beautiful things as a medium, and I was going to speak about doing trance, but especially in evidential, when I connect to somebody's loved one and I physically feel that connection and that love,
Yeah.
right? And that is not, the person I'm sitting with certainly experiences it as well, right? But it's not something that you don't have words for that, right? Like,
Yeah.
but that's where it, right? I think that's what the guides are suggesting. Like, you can now know this exists,
Yeah.
right? So, because you've experienced it. So, if you've only experienced it in that little space, it can grow to other spaces.
Oh,
It doesn't
absolutely.
have to stay there in that it can be true in other experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you're bringing that up. Having that experience with evidential and with a loved one, and it is an energetic, do we say exchange, gift? I mean, everybody experiences it differently. Each reading is different,
Mm-hmm.
but that energy, the more you are able to feel into that, live that energy, understand that energy, the more you are able to regulate it. through your own auric field, through your
Yes.
own emotions.
Yeah. Yes. And then it becomes part of you.
Yeah.
Right. So having had it in one sitting and then having it in another or wherever you're experiencing it, it's creating a core general experience, right? So now it's part of you.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what they were discussing, right? Like now that is going to be connected through you to different dimensions. And then all these things, that they were I could kind of see it in my head and it looked like all these lines, growing.
Yeah.
But also don't have to do anything. like
Yeah. Yeah.
like you also don't, consciously know it, and that may make it easier, but allowing yourself to just have that, even if it's just one moment of peace and
Yeah.
unity.
Yeah. And let the
can
dots connect themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I love it. I love it. They've always got such words of wisdom, and there's just so much knowledge behind it. And I want to say, when you really listen and feel it, there's so much common sense. It's so simple.
It is simple, and that's almost like part of what we can't accept, right? like
Yeah.
when you think about trying to achieve world peace, it's like, huh? Like, oh my God, that's going to just take forever, or we just have to start over. And I don't think so.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, wow. Another amazing communication session with your spirit team. It's you know, for anyone listening and watching out there, take the time. Please take the time to listen. And if it doesn't sink in fully the first time, listen again. Listen again, because guaranteed you will get way more out of the messages the second time around. You always do.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't always remember. I don't remember all the messages, but I do feel it all, you know? And so sometimes I just let it go. I don't remember it. And then I'll hear it somewhere else in my world, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that tracks. Like it connects."
Yeah.
It's just a reminder.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost a confirmation, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I just want to say, when you were just saying then about you don't always remember, but you feel it. When you first went into trance, and it was like just before you spoke, you had this look and this sense of joy, comfort, I don't know, like this deliciousness feeling. And it was like, oh man, that looks so good. I wish I was inside of her head right now. It was like you bottle up those feelings and hand them out, and everyone would be just on cloud nine. It was just, you could see it. And this is what I'm saying about the physical
Yes. Changes.
changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that, and you can see how you're feeling. And I was just like, oh, that looks so good.
And that it is so interesting because their vibration is very high. I mean, you've encountered when you've read for me, you have to feel it, right? So you
Yeah.
feel it. It's very high. And it used to be really hard for me to contain. Like my body would almost shake. Sometimes I vibrate. Like I'll go into a place and my body will, like, I'll feel vibration. Um, but they're so joyful. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's like not, it doesn't, it's like they feel so joyful and their message is kind of serious. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But it just looks like so much fun was being had on the inside.
Yeah.
It was like there was a party and we were only allowed to watch through the windows.
Well, I think they are like, well, go inside and gather your friends and have your own party.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Exactly. That's exactly right. And the best way for people to start having their own party is meditation. There's so many different forms of meditation out there. Learn to still your mind, learn to regulate your energy, learn to regulate your feelings and emotions.
And get out of your head. Like,
yeah.
I think really one thing that I absolutely physically feel is I can't think in my head anymore. I think from here.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I will encounter something I used to believe, and I'm just like, like I can't make sense of it, And
Yeah.
I recognize, like, okay, I used to feel that way, or I used to believe that, but I can't put myself back up there in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And another important reminder is to put the device down, turn the TV off, and just live in this world, live in this world,
Yes.
not
Yes.
in the false world of that is created for you to watch and program your mind with different things. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, I love social media, but I've learnt, and I only use it to catch up with what family and friends are doing, but other than that, it just becomes very mind numbing. I think it's getting very old very quick.
And it's one of those things that sometimes the guides talk about distractions, right?
Yeah.
It takes us off our purpose, like it takes us out of our heart space. It does generate that emotion that is almost not connected to reality.
Yeah.
Right? So in that way, it's a little bit manipulative, because it's really not connected to your experience, like your
Yeah.
experience of whatever.
Yeah.
you know, yes, you need to maybe hear the news and you need to know what's going on in different places in the world. And I do appreciate that with the internet because I can read what I want to read. It's not like all of
Yeah.
it's blasted at me, but then I can limit then I can put it away and I'm not listening to everybody spitting it and editing it. And,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
and they're putting you in this emotional state that's very agitated. And then from there, you're going to go and interact with people with that agitation and
Yeah.
spread it.
Yeah. And it's amazing how that agitation can be created by one little device in your hand.
So empowering to turn it off. Although, don't turn off the medium's table.
Oh, no, I didn't say YouTube. No, don't do
I'm
that.
just teasing.
Or a podcast or a good podcast. No.
No, they're good for you.
Exactly. And I mean, there's a lot that's going on social media now that is all AI generated. So we don't know what's real anymore and what's, you know what I mean?
Oh,
what isn't?
it's terrible. It's terrible. As I'm reading things, I just feel like it's not real.
Yeah.
It's just too much, right? It's just like, and I'm reading like stories, like someone's story about their neighbor, you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
conflict with their neighbor, something like that. And and I'm just like, there's something not true there. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel real. And it may be a true story, but they ran it through AI and so the style or
It's got a little
the
twisted
level
there.
of like there's just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hearing you. Yes, and this is what it's all about. And again, the wisdom and the knowledge that comes through the collective consciousness, the spirit world, is always going to be far greater than what you'll ever hear on social media, unless you're watching the medium's table and you're hearing this sort of thing. But do you know what I mean? Like this is what's real. This is where we're at. This is where change happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's powerful stuff. It's powerful stuff. Once you dip a toe in that water, you're all in. You're jumping in. That's it. You're done because there is just it's the wow factor. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
There's no turning back. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Julie. To you and your team.
Thank you.
Where can people find you?
Oh, where am I? I'm everywhere. Didn't you listen? Aren't you paying attention, Michelle?
I know, but if someone wants to do a little Google.
I'm the medium at large, and I'm on Facebook is probably the best place.
Yes.
To connect.
And Instagram, and you have a website as well.
I do. And I am technologically troubled. So
so you're not actually deliberately off social media. You just it just ain't happening.
Electronics break around me. So
it's all that energy. It's all that energy.
I don't really know. But I know that you will put a lovely link and people
I will.
And that's what I rely on.
Yeah, exactly. And Julie does these channeled sessions every month, the beginning of every month. So see it maybe like a little bit of a horoscope for the world on what you need to know now for the month ahead. So this will be November, what's coming in November. However, the messages are timeless. If you're coming across this and it's June next year and it resonates, then it is for you.
Well, and for individual journeys, certainly we're all on an individual journey. So there's no right order, you can start with one place and everyone starts at a different place.
Yeah. And zigzag wherever you feel you need to.
Exactly.
Is what it comes down to. Oh, again, thank you so much, Julie. And I look forward to having you back on the show with your team for messages the world needs now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To view the show notes, head over to themediumstable.com.au. If you want to watch these episodes, head over to our YouTube channel, The Medium's Table Podcast.